So hello traders and potential future traders. So before starting talking about the AB trading course, of course I have to explain what is trading for us, all of you that are new to trading or don't know a lot about the financial markets. I'm gonna explain some very basics before going into the full course. Now, trading is a process of buying and selling different financial assets in order to profit from the price difference. What this means is that it doesn't matter where you buy or where you sell, as long as there's volatility, you can benefit from this price difference and thus getting a profit. Now, as you will see here, there's a lot of markets where you can invest, and this is again coming back to not being a financial advisor, because you will have to do more research on these markets. Of course, I'm gonna cover some of the basics that you really need to know about the different markets, but in the end you are gonna have to choose which one you want to really focus on, and this is gonna be very important when we talk more about the financial markets. And the reason is because if you focus on one entirely, then you are gonna have kind of like an edge, because you're gonna be focusing on that, you're gonna be reading more news on that, and thus it's gonna become easier to at least be aware of what is happening within that industry. Now we have four different markets, or some of the biggest markets. Of course, we have FOREX, which is the most liquid market out there. We have the stock market, which is also very liquid. It's a very trend-oriented market. We have commodities like gold, silver, these precious metals, but we also have other commodities as oil. We also have even sugar. There's a lot that you can trade in there. Of course, you will need to consider kind of like the volatility and the liquidity issues in different assets. And finally, we also have cryptocurrencies. This involves Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. You know that there's a lot of cryptocurrency projects, and even though it's not within the scope of this course to know specifically about each one of them, this is the market that I actually focus on. Now, before continuing, it's important to know there are different myths and realities. And again, this is all based kind of on the marketing around this industry, which I said in the beginning, it's kind of problematic because a lot of it is misleading. So one of the myths out there is that trading is very easy. Now, trading takes time, dedication, and discipline, just like any other business. Again, I already said how if you become a doctor, if you become a lawyer or an engineer, that doesn't mean that you can right off the bat start making money, right? There's some dedication, there's some discipline that goes before actually being able to get some money. Now, another myth is that trading, or a lot of people think it's a get-rich-quick scheme where you can go in with, maybe 1,000, 5,000 and then become a millionaire. Now, even though there's some specific cases of people having done that, entering the market with relatively low amount of money and then making millions out of it, it's very risky without proper risk management. And this is why in TCE Trading we focus a lot of risk management and trading psychology. Now, making a lot of money with low capital, again, is another myth, because yes, you have leverage, and yes, you can take bigger positions that your account overall allows, but this is also a double-edged sword, because if you take a bigger position that your account permits, then of course you're gonna be risking more of your capital. So the profits depend really on the capital and the risk management that you are actually having. Now, another thing is that a lot of people call trading is gambling, but is it really? Now, trading and the reality of trading is a combination of different things. It's a combination of market analysis, which we're gonna define as edge, basically being your trading system, and see if that gives you a statistical probability of your system being successful or not over a longer period of time. Is in combination with risk management, meaning like how much are you going to expose per trade, how much are you going to try to get out of the market per trade. This is very important. And in the end, also discipline. And discipline and trading psychology is one of the toughest things to actually get a hang on, because of course you're gonna deal with different feelings, with emotions, and it's something that you really need to feel on practice before trying to solve the issue. Now let's talk a little bit about the advantages of trading, and this is a topic that I really like because this is something that I have lived on my own. Now mobility is a huge part. Of course, if you have a laptop, if you have a computer, it doesn't really matter where you are in the world as long as you have some internet connection, so you can basically be traveling around and potentially be trading at the same time. I have done this in the past and it's very possible to do it. Now time flexibility is another thing, of course, because you don't have a set period of time where you have to be trading. Now of course this comes with a little caveat because there's some markets like the stock market that will be open during specific hours, just as a Forex. Forex is mainly Monday all the way to Friday, and I will explain more about these different timelines in the actual course, but it's important for you to understand that you can accommodate trading to your necessities, and I will be talking more about the different types of trading because you can make this something that's maybe for a couple hours, or you can actually trade for the longer period of time and stay out of looking at the graphs all the time. Now independence is also a big thing because you don't really depend on someone else, right? Every decision that you take, everything that you do is entirely up to you. And again, this is kind of like a double-edged sword because yes, you have the independence, but you have to be aware of what you do and why you actually do it. Now, in terms of no salary limits, of course, again, this comes with a caveat, and the reasoning is because it is true. There is no one who tells you, hey, you can only make this X amount of money per hour or this X amount of money per month. The real limitation is gonna be one, your capital account or the trading account that you have. Again, it's gonna be your risk management and how you actually use your discipline in order to give you an edge on trading, your trading strategies and so on. So the good thing about trading is that you can actually use compounding, which means that whatever your profits are, you can reinvest them and start growing kind of exponentially. And this is one of the biggest advantages of trading, which a lot of people don't really talk about, and they think that just with $1,000 they're gonna make $1 million, but that's not really feasible. You have to think about the longer term. Trading is more about a marathon rather than a sprint. In any case, traders, I hope that you now know a little bit more about trading, and I will be talking about the AB trading course and TCE trading on the next video.